So, Cardcaptor Sakura has sparked my interest in anime again, and this is after almost 6 years of not caring about anime at all. I mean, yeah, I would watch Miyazaki movies, I'm not an animal, but yeah, I've actually sat down and watched new anime. Crazy, isn't it? Let's see, one of them came from Netflix, and it was called Devilman Crybaby. Now, be in mind, I've only watched like 3 episodes, but goddamn. Okay, so if you're wondering what it's about, yeah, it's about this little devil hunting team, and one of them was, that sweet, nice guy, total sweet softy, the crybaby, obviously, and he goes on a mission to help a friend hunt some monsters, and he kind of gets turned to a monster because his heart is so pure, he doesn't get completely corrupted, but just corrupted enough that he's a little bit, sexier and more powerful, and he turns into this big devil. He basically becomes Hellboy. So yeah, though without the exact charm of Hellboy, but he's got his own God, what was the name of that Rebel Without a Cause actor? God, this is gonna bug me. But anyway, so yeah, the show's animation is interesting and almost like this super jail kind of way. If you've ever seen the Canadian, of all things, Canadian show Rock and Roll, it reminds me of that too. It's like some old 80s music video where everything just kind of goes everywhere and the color choices are interesting. And yeah, just like tits and nipples everywhere, bouncing up and down around as if they're a bouncy ball. And let's see. The blood actually isn't too bloody. It's more like fun gore, where everything almost looks so bright and colorful and sometimes it's pink. And yeah, it's kind of hideous, but also kind of fun. And there's this weird little aspect where, like, there's this rappers, but they didn't translate. Like, we watched the dub and, like, they didn't translate the rapping like it's in Japanese, and it's kind of interesting to listen to. So, will I continue watching it? I don't know. I mean, it is very interesting to watch, like, because the animation. Do I care what the story does? No, I really just think the animation is interesting and exciting the way it's all rubbery and goes everywhere, and how this guy is turning more animalistic. And it has a topic that I don't think enough people really mention. Where poor innocent girls get they're always looking for positive attention about how they look. I know this seems shallow, but yes, females actually do like to say this. Probably not just females, probably everyone does, but usually it's like just innocent teen girls that are just kind of, needing somebody to tell them that they're pretty because all their lives are told. If they're not told in their lives, then yeah, they're just really told you are pretty and you really look for that. Which is why I don't like to tell little girls they're pretty. I like to ask them about what they're into. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents of it. It shows that, it shows how ugly it is. And yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna cure anything, I'm just saying, oh yeah, yeah, isn't it sad? So yeah, if you're looking for something with gore and action, go ahead. It's not as gory as it could absolutely be, but it's there. Let's see, what else can I compare it to? The other thing was this Castlvania something. A friend told me it was based on like a really classic 80s video game. I never played it, but it kind of reminds me of reading a Dracula novel. It's strange and eerie, but really brings you down to that spooky time period. Not just like, oh, haha, it's so funny, kind of, like Mel Brooks weirdness, more of just the, ooh, this is like a good horror novel. The animation's a little slow and that bugs me, but the story is just creepy enough to be good. So yeah, those are the 2 things I've watched. Devilman Crybaby, kind of a mouthful, and Castlevania. Is it silly? I mean, there are a lot of characters to keep track of, but I don't know, it definitely gives you that good horror movie feeling. But slow, like take its time, get to know the characters, get to feel the pain. Yes, there are actually people in this time period that don't really believe vampires exist because it's not like has doesn't have 100 movies yet and doesn't have a bunch of books and sparkly vampires yet. It's just more of this is Satan's work. I can't even believe it's real. It's got to be in my head. I'm hallucinating. And that's interesting. It's like, wow, when vampires were new. So yeah, that is some like anime I've watched on Netflix recently. Bada bing. Subscribe.